Welcome to Season 4 of Cold War. It's time for our seasonal Call of Duty check-in. Feels good. Let's take a look through the content, the challenges, and any updated thoughts on the state of the game. Let's get through Warzone first. Small map changes with the satellite crash sites, 4 of them in these places, and the rare red doors that fast travel you across the map into a locked room full of high quality loot. They aren't in the same place every game, so it's lucky to stumble across one. I ran around for a long time in a lot of games and didn't find one. I also dug around to check people's clips, and I checked 3 spots that I knew they could spawn every game, like here in Summit, here in Stadium, and here in the salt mines. Sadly, no example, but there isn't much to it. It's a warp to a random little loot room. One example being this locked room here. Oop. I'm sure that was just a crazy fluke. Oop. Alright, don't try to get into a red door loot room through the normal doors. Worst mistake of my life. Yeah, there are never any bugs with COD updates. What the? Oh my god, the lag. Oh, I am pooping plates and boxes. I mean, that's nothing new, but it's slowing down the game. Oh my god, look at all that. Oh sweet, I completed the daily challenge to poop out 99 plates. Laura, meep some dollars. There's also a bike now. Alright, a maneuverable but exposed vehicle option. It sounds kinda whack sometimes, it's like an electric toothbrush. And there's a new gulag. It's now a mock-up of the center of Hijacked, which I think looks like a good layout, and it sounds like it's a welcome change. I think people hated the previous gulag, too much hiding. I never actually tried the last gulag myself, because I'm just too good at the game. I never died. That's why. True fact. Not gonna cover the balancing in depth, but I will say Raven's patch notes took another nice step up. Look at this wonderful summary of what got touched, and they give some justification for their changes. It's nice. You can go check out the details if you like. Finally, for featured game modes, there's Resurgence Mini, nothing new, but then later in season, one of the things I'm most excited for out of everything here, honestly, is Payload. It sounds very different. It's a true objective-based mode within Warzone. It's either 36v36 or 40v40, so either 9 or 10 squads of 4 that make up each team. They're giving some conflicting information about it in different places, but it is one team versus the other, no longer about being the last one standing. The attacking team will need to escort either 2 or 3 vehicle caravans, again, sources differ, through a series of checkpoints to win. So of course the defending team will need to try to sabotage that by building barricades, purchasing buildings, and obviously killing each other to either slow down the escort or clear the path for it. So there'll be plenty of positioning and flanking. There will still be contracts to earn money for your standard Warzone upgrades. I assume streaks will be huge. I don't know what purchasing buildings will look like exactly. Is that beyond barricades? You're building up some tower defense? But it sounds very different. And that's kind of what I want to see. I think my favorite unique Warzone side mode was Armored Royale. It made me think about having an off-meta class based around truck DPS. There were the truck upgrades and keeping it safe. It was a fun, different way of thinking about the game. And this also sounds very different. A large team v team escort game. Still a lot we don't know about it. We'll learn more in season. Like, do both teams have infinite respawns with a 10-second delay or something? And there's a time limit to escort the trucks? That would play very differently compared to only having one life and it being possible to win by just fully eliminating the other team. Or maybe there's standard Warzone respawning where your squad would need to buy you back and squads can be fully eliminated. Then it would be much more about playing your life and eliminations would matter quite a bit, as opposed to a more chaotic demolition type mode where it's more about, okay, they have a lot of defenders stacked at the B escort, let's rush A, try to get that through, draw defenders away from B. I'm actually not sure what style I'm hoping for. I think respawns should definitely be possible, but I wouldn't want them to be fast. Kills should definitely feel like they're helping the mission. And do you switch sides after a round and try to beat the other team's escort time, or are we just hoping it's balanced well enough? Maybe my biggest concern is that it'll just be too crazy to feel like your squad of 4 can make a serious impact on the game. Like the kills you get just don't matter enough. Because I think the best part about Warzone is the teamwork aspect, having a cohesive team of friends to play for the win. And if you need to depend on 30-something other random players to be helping out the way you want them to, that might make it feel kind of pointless. I don't expect it'll get me super back into Warzone, but if I have some friends who are down to try it, I'll definitely give that a go. Payload. Could be cool. Could be a mess. I don't know. Well, I talked the most about the thing we know the least about, but it sounds interesting. Also in interesting news, zombies. Not a whole lot to say here yet. There is the zoo outbreak region, which I think is much cooler than the other pretty sparse open regions. Also another outbreak main quest to progress the story. There's stuff to do there. Some people will care about that, but I know outbreak content does not generally inspire much excitement. So thankfully the new true round-based zombies map, Mauer der Toten, is on the way, coming mid-season. I know, not here yet. Which looks to be set in Berlin, using some areas areas from the campaign mission there, which Firebase Z did as well. I don't have a problem with that gameplay-wise, because campaign areas you only see once or twice. I don't mind it getting a second use. I wish that the repurposing meant they could be making zombies maps faster than this, but I know there's a lot more to the zombies experience than just the map layout and a new wonder weapon. So that's good news. We'll see more about that as they reveal it. So how about some multiplayer and everything else, general content? Got 4 more maps, pretty standard, 3 being for 6v6, and 2 being remakes. From Black Ops 2, of course, which means the standard maps of this game are now 25% Black Ops 2. But they're good maps, so fine. Cool to see Rush, a fun DLC map that I forgot existed. Hijacked is great, but been remade a couple times, BO3 and Blackout. I was gonna say, thankfully the grenade tunnel is intact, cause they said in the blog, veteran players may want to keep an eye out for the equipment vent connecting the hot tub and the boiler room, where you could toss a grenade through there and hit the hardpoint of the B flag. But they took it out. It was right here. If it was moved somewhere, I can't find it. I was gonna try to fit an RCXD through there, but no fun allowed. Hijacked with no tunnel. We've been lied to. What an outrage. Well, Collateral is the totally new map for both 6v6 and Combined Arms. Very glad to see every big boy map repurposed for normal modes. I think that's important, just like how Diesel last season was not only used for gunfight. I'd have loved to see that with Amsterdam too, this season's gunfight only map, the rooftops from that first campaign mission. If this could have had a slightly expanded 6v6 version, that would have been amazing, because while I'm sure the side modes have their fans, like I do think gunfight is a fun mode with a friend, surely they don't get as much play as the core experience. So it seems like a great idea for all the maps to be dual purpose. Then having 4 core maps per season would be a very respectable number. Oh well, close enough. Some solid game modes coming, one in the chamber to add to the collection of classic party modes, where you only have one shot and you need to hit it to get another bullet back, or you get stuck trying to melee. If you're a Fireteam fan, there's multi-team Satlink, basically another objective capture type thing, except you can loot signal boosters and batteries that you can bring back to your captured Satlink to further boost your score. They had Fireteam Dirty Bomb and Fireteam Hardpoint, and this is kind of like a combination of both. So there's a balance of defending your own objective versus going out to take more Satlinks. Alright, cool. I think pretty standard. And finally, later in season, Capture the Flag. Great game mode, needs no description. Very cool. Then we got the new scorestreak, the hand cannon, the Annihilator, a one-shot kill, revolver. Copy-pasting a little too much from Black Ops 4, alright. Yeah, it seems to come up a lot, all those Black Ops 4 weapon icons when you ping stuff in Fireteam. Yeah, I know development was probably pretty tough, it's just easy to make fun of. Anyway, hand cannon, not just for one-shot kills on people, it'll also take down any score streak that you can shoot in just a few shots. I guess some cavalry lancer guns are good at that too, but for only 2800 score, honestly seems kinda busted. Cheaper than a Hellstorm, a War Machine. It does act like both the War and Death Machines in that it counts as weapon kills for earning more score, but those other two have weaknesses, like the Death Machine wind-up time, or the War Machine projectile travel time and flak jacket. This just deletes people. I guess the weakness is that you have to aim, and it has the same weakness as the other two, where you're just a person on the ground, you can get shot in the back and you're done. But if you can aim, you win. It has 10 shots, and is also the easiest way to counter pretty much every other streak. Oh, you spent the whole match getting that chopper gunner, that gunship? Well, I got this in my pocket, 3 or 4 clicks, bye-bye. And now I'll proceed to wipe the whole team with the rest of my ammo. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty strong. So go ahead and enjoy that, or suffer at the other end of it. For guns and stuff, Battle Pass. I'm sorry I don't get excited about operators. There's Mask Dude number 4. What an angry mask he has. Why not be happy? I made sure to fix that up. For guns, there's the MG82 LMG, boasting the highest fire rate in class, and the C58AR, heavy-hitting, slower fire rate. And then there's the nail gun to unlock, a special SMG, bit of a Black Ops 3 callback. It ostensibly uses compressed air. This is a very high-tech 80s nail gun to be compressing the atmospheric air in real time. You know, there's no point making fun of this in the game with the extended mag 12-round magnums. Later in season, there'll be the OTS-9 SMG, high rate of fire, small mag, and finally, there's the Mace melee weapon. I kinda hate melee weapons, always have since Black Ops 3. They're just gratuitous, I don't find them interesting, they all play the same with tiny differences. They just make people feel like they need to run around with melee more because they have separate challenges. I liked Modern Warfare Remastered, where melee weapons were just cosmetic versions of the knife. Anyway, there's a Mace. Finally, we can get to all the standard season progression stuff. 4 prestiges. What is that? goofy-ass Komodo dragon-looking emblem. It looks like a toy T-Rex. Every other skull is so tough and fearsome. Then we got this dude just chilling. Love him. Interestingly, they did actually reduce the amount of XP needed to rank up. I guess not enough people were getting to rank 200, what a shocker. So now you can get there faster. It looks to be by 25%, because they actually retroactively bumped up your previous season levels to match the new standard, which I guess is good for consistency. Ruined my perfect numbers. Anyway, that's good I guess, but it doesn't fix the core of what I think is a flawed, unmotivating system. Just unlock all the seasonal challenges, no level requirement, and be gone with the 4 prestige per season thing, the resetting. Well, first, there's the Groundfall event with this set of challenges. Very small this time, though, only 3 for each game, and there isn't a reward for each game this time. There's only 1 weapon reward. So if you want the gun, you just get to choose which game's 3 challenges you want to do. The Warzone Satlinks are just capture stations you can find that direct you to some satellite loot. They seemed hard to find, too. So with my biases, I'd say Cold War is clearly the less painful way to complete this. Doesn't look crazy tough either way, but the event is only 1 week. Then we got the set of seasonal challenges as always. Taking a look at the old data mine, thank you COD Tracker. I'm not seeing anything that needs a ton of clarification. Plenty of grind, definitely not easy. There's a weird one where you kill 25 campers who haven't moved recently. I don't know the timer on that, but no matter what, there's nothing you can really do but rush and flank camper spots and hope you run into those kills. Thankfully it's unlocked early, so I hope that's not a problem. Maybe it's like the ghost perk reveal time, so it won't be bad. You do need a 250 meter sniper kill. Only 1, but that's a thing. You can go be a scumbag Warzone cliff camper. 50 weapon and equipment kills in the same life. Yeah, a bunch of grind, not easy. If I went and did them all, I might have some minor tips, but I'm not seeing much that would make these a whole lot easier. Then over in Zombies, plenty more grind. I think Zombies is always going to be easier because it's more in your control. You can jump in solo and just get what you need done. You need to finish an order with melee, it's pretty funny. And there's a more Dark Ops style thing, reach round 20 without leaving the starting area. I like challenges like that, but I'd say nothing an OP shotgun and Ring of Fire can't handle. The D-Machine starting area, super chill since you won't be opening the bunker. I think Megatons won't spawn until round 15, so you won't have much to deal with there. But Firebase Z does have quick revive in the starting area. That's massive. Probably the better choice. Up to you. I don't think that'll be too painful if you're comfortable training. So I think there's nothing wrong with these challenges themselves. They usually add some creative ones, plus some standard grind ones. They're pretty good. It's the system itself I find completely uninteresting. At minimum, they should all be unlocked from the start to let you go for them all at once, even if you need level 200 for the card at the end. Being paced one by one just adds nothing. And then there's the part about feeling like there's nothing special or impressive about a seasonal calling card I'm not going to use. Just going to be another season with an equally valuable card. But I'm sure there are people who are more into the game or have lots of friends who play who do enjoy getting their season completion, and I wish you the best of luck. So, that's Season 4. I guess a pretty standard season. For me, the 2 exciting points being getting to try out a new proper Zombies experience. Don't know how long it'll keep me playing, but it's been a while. It'll be fun to see what's up with it. And then possibly trying out Payload. I've been out of Warzone for a crazy long time, and this is the first thing to sound like an interesting change of pace. I feel I've won enough regular Warzone BRs to just not care anymore. I don't really get anything out of it, but frustration at whatever the sweaty meta is and whatever matchmaking stuff. But that sounds like an interesting game mode I look forward to hearing more about. In general, you know, I've been pretty checked out of the game. Last season, I realized I got the Battle Pass and was in the last weekend like, oh no, this really crept up. I need to earn some of my points back just on principle. Did a bit of Zombies grind to unlock all the weapons I missed. Tried a couple multiplayers and ran into only God tier quickscopers. Is that who's left playing this game? Such fun. Yeah, I'm afraid there's really not any hook to this game for me. I don't want to reiterate my apathy too much and just sit here whining. That's no fun. You know where I'm at. I don't think the seasonal throttled leveling and challenges leaves anything interesting to aspire to earn. The artificial pacing makes me lose interest entirely. Not to mention the artificial feeling one-note controlled gameplay experience. It just feels pointless to do exactly what they expect me to do at the same pace as everyone else. Why bother? So it's not for me, and it feels like it isn't meant for me. They're catering to a different audience now, which, fair enough, they're allowed to do that. And in turn, I'm allowed to lose interest. And then you add in the massive shop and cosmetic focus, which just feels kind of gross. Yeah, it's way better than pay to win, but I guess separating addicts from their money is totally fine as long as it isn't in loot box form. It's just exhausting to be hit with bundle ads from every angle, even in game, the game that I paid for, over half of what they post being about something you need to buy, and it makes me feel like an alien when people seem to eat it up, someone begging for the bundle they want to be released. I guess I'm the weird one. Yeah, I remember the Cold War, there was the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Bay of Pigs invasion, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and the clown wedding was there. I mean, I don't care about historical accuracy. I'm just goofing. This is what people care about, though. I just don't get it. I'm too much of a boomer for this. Yeah, I'll be sure to grind to tier 100 for the first reactive operator skin. I just don't care. I'm sorry. There's no value to me here. I gotta do something challenging to unlock a cosmetic, or they just seem dumb to me. But that's enough being a buttface. If you're enjoying Cold War, I hope you continue to, and I look forward to trying those couple things in season to inject some positive stuff. I mean, it's not like I hated the whole game. I quite enjoyed the campaign and those challenges. I like the zombies gameplay, and there's an okay base to the multiplayer gameplay. It just continues to be handled in a fundamentally unfun way to me. So, still pretty disenfranchised with Cold War, and still got some other stuff planned. Gonna wrap up the dumb arc I've been on lately, then maybe move to some more normal Q&A type stuff at some point. Can talk about Battlefield a bit, and whatever people want to hear about. Just biding time until hearing about some future COD news. Maybe some other playthrough stuff. Yeah, that's everything. Season 4. Cool. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.